Pertains to American lives who have just been lost. Trump will consistently put bad things that happen on other people, even if it makes absolutely no sense. So let me just get this straight. Donald Trump fired the head of the TSA last week and also gutted a key aviation safety advisory committee. Elon Musk also forced out the head of the FAA, and until today, there was no leader of the FAA. And then Donald Trump also implemented a federal hiring freeze, including air traffic control workers, which has been very understaffed in recent years. And now we're just learning that the airplane towers on the night of the crash in Washington, D.C. were understaffed, and one person was doing the job of two people. All of this happened under Donald Trump's administration. It seems like Donald Trump is doing what Trump does best. He's incapable of taking any amount of responsibility for anything. It must always be somebody else's fault. We have a man-child in the Oval Office.
Making, honestly, these pathetic arguments as if Donald Trump being in office for less than 2 weeks and him firing a bunch of useless bureaucrats who had nothing to do with the situation is to blame here. He even at one point mentioned there that they were supposedly understaffed on the day, but that's objective fake news. We actually have a report that totally debunks that claim. This report states that the supervisor who was on the shift that day let air traffic controller leave his shift early right before the DC plane crash. So Harry Sisson's making the claim that Donald Trump fired people and that's why they were understaffed, but actually the supervisor let one of the air traffic controllers go home early, and that's why there was one person supposedly doing the job of two. It's nothing but a misdirection. And what are they misdirecting from? Well, they're misdirecting from the fact that Donald Trump is probably right, and I'd say distracting the people from the fact that this is not, again, something that happened out of nowhere. No, Republicans have been warning about this for a long time.
Secretary Buttigieg and President Biden's DEI initiatives, which hire and promote people based on their physical characteristics over their merits and qualifications, violate Title VII and the Constitution. In critical public safety roles such as air traffic control, it is essential to have the best possible candidate based strictly on professional qualifications and merit. Efforts by the Biden administration to factor race, gender, and sexual orientation into hiring and promotion decisions puts the traveling public at risk and deepens the staffing shortages we've seen throughout the FAA. Under this administration, we saw the first national ground stoppage since September 11th. My constituents regularly face delays caused by shortages in air traffic control staffing, delays that I'm sure many of my colleagues have also experienced.
We are hoping to get a response.
I've been warning the knuckleheads in left-wing media to stop getting over their skis. This particular point, I even made a video about. A lot of them have been trying to imply that this accident is Donald Trump's fault because of what he's been doing with staffing changes and attacking DEI and whatever. And then they say, oh, there's only one person there, blah, blah. They don't necessarily directly state that Trump did something specifically and led to this crash. But to the average audience member, if you listen to these guys, you'll think that this is Donald Trump's fault, right? And as I said in my video, unless you can find a nexus, a direct connection between Trump's action and something that caused this crash, you need to be very careful in how you're stating things. There's a lot of things that you guys are right about. There's a lot of things that Trump is wrong about that you can call him out. There's a lot of reckless behavior, incompetence. You have so much material on your side. Stick to those things. Stick to the facts. Right-wing media, which is really anti-liberal media, their entire livelihoods is based on calling you guys out. Every single day, they log on to their Twitter accounts and looking for whatever the latest trending thing is that, oh, look what the liberals did, right? Now, a lot of what they say is deceptive. It's lies. It's misinformation. It's bullshit. However, the gold for them is when you guys actually screw up, when you guys actually say something that is wrong. Because much better than them making stuff up is them telling the truth about you guys misleading your audiences. And when you guys imply that it's Trump's fault that this crash happened, and you don't present any evidence whatsoever that, hey, Trump did this and that thing, you know what I mean? You are giving the right-wing media the opportunity to pull more people to their side. All these people why I left the left, other than the grifters, of course, one of the reasons for that is they'll watch a right-wing video like this that makes a valid point. They were saying that it was Trump's fault, but look, actually, this is what happened, blah, blah. And look at how he's got the whole thing laid out. He's showing Republicans were complaining about the air traffic controls from back in the day. So someone watching this, it sounds like a reasonable argument, and they see the fact that you guys are saying stuff that is incorrect. You're just getting greedy, right? So it's like, you guys are liars. So now all the other stuff that you're saying that's true, they don't even want to hear it. Right? This guy has gotten so many people going to watch this video who might not be right-wingers, and they'll be like, what? I followed David Pakman, and he made a video, and he said that it was Trump's fault. My goodness, he was just lying to me. I wonder what else he's lying to me about. Now that's a new subscriber to this channel to get indoctrinated every single day with right-wing propaganda. Ooh, the liberals this, liberals that, liberal. And that person's not going to notice that they're being lied to, right? Because this is what Americans do. They switch sides, running away from something, and then they're focused entirely on what they ran away from. So every day they're watching videos about how the left sucks, look what the liberals are doing. and their back is turned to where they are. So they don't see what's going on the right. They don't see what's going on with the MAGA movement because all they're focused on is, oh, those liberals. I used to be a liberal. And then, some David Pakman guy lied about this crash, trying to blame it on Trump. And then I went to Liberal Hive Mind and he exposed that he was lying, right? So now they're going to go listen to Liberal Hive Mind lying to them on a regular basis. And how do they pull that off? A big part of that is you guys going over your skis, being greedy. Stick to the facts. I'm sorry it's unfair, but the reality is right-wing media gets to lie. They get to lie with impunity. They can say whatever the fuck they want. But you guys are not right-wing media. You can't do it. It doesn't work for you. They can do it and get away with it just the way that their propaganda machine is massive compared to you. You guys you can't compete with them on the propaganda level, right? So you've got to make sure your shit is tight, right? Because any little gaps, they will absolutely destroy you guys, right? Meanwhile, like I said, unfortunately, they could just do whatever, say whatever. They could literally be paid by Russians, right? And that could come out, and it doesn't hurt their business at all. Nobody cares. They'll used to be, oh, whatever, I was just trying to smear me and whatever, and I didn't really know, and I was, that's how it works, right? You guys on the left, if you mess up and get set up by Russians where they're paying you, and that comes out, you guys are done, right? You are done. No one on the left gonna listen to you no more. The left-wing media is gonna go after you and call you out, right? And then that's it. Your channel is done. Right-wing, no big deal. Nobody cares. Lie all you want, misinformation, whatever it is. Nobody cares. Left-wing media, you are in a different world, right? You're in the world of Obama's got a tan suit. My goodness, scandal, right? My goodness, Joe Biden is waving at nobody. Wait a minute, zoom out. Oh, he was waving at somebody. Shut up. It is what it is. You guys can pretend like it isn't like that and then continue to lose, or you can wake the fuck up and stop freaking going over your skis, right? Stick to the facts. Stick to what you know. Don't try to blame every single thing on Trump, whether there's evidence or not. Donald Trump has done enough reckless behavior that could lead to a crash, right? That is bad enough as it is. So you don't need to go beyond that and say his actions actually led to the crash, unless you got evidence to support that. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate Me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.